What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna teach you guys how you can fix your neck tension and shoulder pain. It's very common. People get a lot of tension in this area here and also shoulder pain. Both things are correlated. So what causes it? Most of our daily activities, we put our body in this condition, like typing, reaching, driving, picking, you name it. You always have your shoulders forward and also your head. During your day, you keep your body in this position here while you're doing your things, while you're working on a desk, while you're studying, driving. Everything that you're doing in life, most like are putting your shoulders on this position and also your head. And your body starts step little by little to develop this posture overall. And then using too much the same muscles during the day. So you're constantly doing the same type of movements, you're constantly using the same type of muscles. After a while, because you're using these muscles too much, you can start to create some inflammations on them, and in some cases you can even tear your muscles, like as your rotator cuff. And what happens? When you have this problem, tension on your neck and shoulder pain, and then you start to exercise and go to the gym, you already have this posture over here. And then you start working out without know about how to correct your body, align your body first. So the muscles that you have very strong on your body, they will become even stronger, because when you exercise, you don't know how to align your body on the right place before you start to training. So what's bad? It starts to be even worse because you don't know the proper alignment. That's why it's very common. The shoulder impingement. It happens when you have the space between the bone and the tendon reduced, because when you start to lift your arms a little bit above of 90 degrees, your shoulder needs some room on this area over here to move freely and do not touch your tendon. Once you have your shoulders protruding, this space on your bone and your tendon start to be less. And then once you start to lift your arms above 90 degrees, they start to pinch your tendon and then start to create some pain on your body. It probably happens because your shoulder blades, it's forward, okay? So if you take a side picture of you standing like that, instead of to have your shoulders on the back, as I have mine, you have your shoulders slightly forward. It happens because your shoulder blades, the bone that you have here on your back, is out of position. So it's going a little bit more this way. And then you start to have your shoulders going forward, going protruding. And then you have this posture. And what happened here is your head ended up following this movement. So you have shoulders and your head going forward because it's all connected here. So now you have your shoulders this way a little bit and also your head. Because of the position of your shoulder blades on the back of your spine, you have less room to your shoulders to move, to your joint to move. And once you start to lift more or less after like 80 to 90 degrees, which is more or less like that, because this space is reduced, you don't have room for your tendon to move. And then your tendon start to pinch on your bone. And then you start to get irritated. And then you start to feel some pain here and there. And during the day, you continue using this muscle, like doing anything as I mentioned before. This irritation will become an inflammation. You can have like tendinitis, and then later on you start to inflame the bursa. The bursa is something that you have right above the tendon to protect the tendon. So it's another stuff that you have on your shoulders, your bursa. That's why you got like a bursitis. And after that, you inflamed almost everything on your shoulder. You ended up getting a tear. Your internal rotator cuff start to get damaged, and you most likely, if you go to the doctor, they're gonna say that you need surgery or gonna give you some type of injection to relieve the pain. The problem here, when you go to some doctors, they don't really understand a lot about posture alignment. They're only gonna give you some painkillers or even recommend you to do some surgery, but not fixing the root of the problem, which is the position of your shoulder blades. Any pain that you have on your shoulders or tension that you have on your neck, you're gonna take a side picture like this. You're gonna stand and take one side picture. If you notice that your shoulder is slightly forward like that, I have working with clients that have their shoulder all the way like this. So you take a side picture. The problem of everything happening here is because of the position of your shoulder blades. So what you need to do? You need to learn how to scoop your shoulder blades to give room for your joint to work. What happens when you do some prohibited exercise having this condition over here? As I mentioned before, if you have that, for you to lift your arms above 90 degrees is a hard task. You're gonna start feeling a lot of pain on this area over here. You need to avoid exercise that will make you lift your arms above that. Otherwise, what's being irritated or what's being inflamed by reduced space between your bone and the tendon. So your bone is like pinching the tendon, and then you start to inflame more. You need to avoid those exercises. So for example, you need to avoid like shoulder press, right? Why shoulder press? Because you're gonna lift your arms above 9 degrees. Another exercise that you need to avoid is squat with the barbell on the top of your spine. Why? Because remember, you have your shoulders protruding and your head. Your spine is not well aligned, and then on the top of that you place a bar. You're gonna put a lot of pressure on your discs here. Because of this, your discs here on your cervical are not placed correctly. Think about this. You have the discs on the top of your head here, cervical. Instead of to be placed appropriate like this to distribute the load of the bar, they are like this, putting more pressure to one side of the disc. Any misalignment that you have here and on your head, you affect your spine as well, your upper spine here. When you place a bar on the top of your spine, you are creating more tension on one area of the disc. Instead to have your disc here, to have the load go through appropriate, you're gonna put more pressure to one side. You start to degenerate your spine as well. As you guys can see, so one problem here on your shoulder, you affect your head and also affect your upper spine. And if you don't know that, you start exercise, not knowing which exercise you can or you cannot do it, your problem gets even worse. I see every single day at the gym people getting hurt, or neither they complaining about the shoulder. A lot of them have here the rotator cuff, this muscle that bring your shoulders internal rotate, do this, because this muscle you're already using too much during the day. You go to the gym, don't know how to properly align your body, you continue using this muscle, one day it will not support the load. So in exercise that you're gonna lift your arms above 90 degrees, such shoulder press, pressing the bar toward to your spine is not a good exercise at all for you. Like the barbell squat with the bar here, you need to avoid as well. You can use the goblet squat, which is this one. So for squat, instead of the bar on the top of your spine, use the dumbbell like this. And then you shape back your shoulder blades by doing that. And then you can train your legs with the dumbbell up here. For example, to switch the shoulder chest press to work your delts, you can work with do the lateral raise, which is this one here, because not going above 90 degrees. What happens when you're training and you don't know how to properly activate the right muscles? When you're doing the row exercise, that will be a great exercise for you to help you to fix this misalignment, but you don't know how to perform. You grab the bar and then you pull to your arms, driving your shoulders even more forward. So you know the row exercise. The row exercise you've never trained before is the one that you're gonna grip a bar here. There is a cable pulling to that side, and then you're gonna pull this way to work your back. What most of the people do, they grab the bar, they pull with the arms, and they move the shoulders forward, more forward. You see, your shoulders is on this position, and then you're pulling the bar doing that. Or you get the lat machine and do the same. Your shoulders is going to the place that it can't because it's inflamed and your problem gets worse. To do row, you need to learn how to do this. Bring your shoulder blades first. You got the bar. First, you bring your shoulder blades and then you bring your elbow. See the difference on your shoulder. Look again. When you do the right, pull your shoulder blades first and then your elbow. Instead of to use your arms, bring your shoulders more forward. When you do the lat machine here, instead of to pull the bar with your arms doing that, you need to learn how to lower your shoulder and then bring your elbow down. You see the difference on my shoulder? My shoulder is not going forward. So a good exercise that will help you to fix your neck pain, your shoulder pain, can be a bad exercise for you if you don't know how to perform that. What I'm gonna do here now is teach you guys how you can scoop your shoulder blades in order to do any exercise. The main thing that you guys need to learn here is how to move your shoulder blades. For those that don't know what it is, shoulder blades is the bone that you have here on the back, on your back. You need to learn how to move your shoulder blades properly, because remember, your shoulder blades is protruding. You need to learn how to move your shoulder blades properly to align it when you train, when you exercise, okay? With your hands like this, I want you to lift your shoulders as much as you can, and then bring your shoulders down as much as you can. Think about you want to grab something on the floor. Now, you will rotate your hands all the way out like this. All the way, all the way, all the way. When you do that, you're gonna feel a squeeze on the middle of your back. And then return. Rotate in, all the way. Lift your shoulders up. Bring it down as far as you can. And then rotate it out, all the way. Bring your chest up. And then you repeat. Let me do from the side. So, shoulders up. Shoulders down, rotate it all the way out as much as you can, and then internal rotate, bring all the way in. Lift it up, all the way down, external rotate, all the way, all the way, all the way. See from the back, up, down, rotate it out, all the way, squeeze your back, rotate in, all the way. You start to learn how to move consciously your shoulder blades. Remember, your problem is not on your neck, it's not on your shoulder probably, it's on your shoulder blades. The position of your shoulder blades on your back will affect the position of your shoulders and your head. That's why the first thing that you need to do is learning how to scoop, how to move your shoulder blades. Because if you do any exercise, even if the exercise is appropriate for you, if you don't know how to scoop your shoulder blade, a good exercise will become on a bad exercise because you're not applying the right alignment on your body to perform the exercise. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna perform this exercise every single day. If you work out, do before workout. If you don't work out, you can do anytime. I recommend do that in the morning to help you to create conscious about your shoulder blades. Once you learn how to properly move your shoulder blades, as I'm doing here, what's the next step? You're gonna release some tension on this area. When you have your head, some people got a big head going forward like that, you have a lot of weight going outside of the alignment of your body. What's happening here? These muscles, they're supposed to work on a little bit because your head's supposed to be like this, aligned. They are working what? A lot, because you have your head going out of your body. So these muscles here, they are creating so much tension because they gotta hold your big head like this. You need to learn how to align your head to release this tension here. So your head is here because if these muscles don't stop working, have your shoulders like that, you're creating a lot of tension on this area over here. Your pecs are too short, the muscles on your neck too. What are you gonna do now? You're gonna release some tension here on your neck first. You're gonna put one arm back like this, and the other one you're gonna grab. And then you're gonna pull this shoulder, my right shoulder, I'm gonna pull this down and back, and my head I'm gonna tilt laterally, very slow, And then you will feel a lot of stretch over this area here. You control your breathing, breathe deep and slow for about 30 seconds. Close your eyes and concentrate to release the tension on your neck. And of course you do both sides. Let me do another angle for you. So here, this shoulder gonna press down and back, and your head you're gonna tilt laterally. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth for about 30 seconds. Do 2 times for each side. You're gonna feel what? A lot of release on this area over here. First, you learn how to move your shoulder blades. Now you learn how to release tension on your neck. The next muscle that you need to release tension is gonna be your chest, okay? So to stretch it out your chest, you can grab like a broom at home. This bar is a little bit heavy to stretch, but you can get something very light. At the gym, you got like some bar. At home, you can get a broom, about like a little wider than your shoulder. And then you're gonna lift your arms as much as you can. And then you're gonna hold that position. This is gonna stretch it out your chest a little bit, and then you hold for about 30 seconds. And then you return. This one you actually, if you do that laying down, you get a better range of motion. Let me show you guys. So you get a broom or a very light bar. Hopefully you guys can get a good angle. So the bar a little wider than your shoulder, okay? You're gonna move all the way back, let me see, as far as you can. And then just hold for about 30 seconds. Make sure you don't struggle your shoulders, keep them relaxed. This is going to stretch out your chest. It's one of the best exercises that you can ever do, okay? You can get like a broom or a bar, any bar. If you're doing it at home, get a simple broom. And then you're going to release the tension on your chest. Do twice, holding for at least 30 seconds. So remember, you already learned how to move your shoulder blades, right? So going up, down, rotate in, rotate it out. You learn how to release the tension on your neck and now on your chest. Next step, you're gonna train how to align your head. So remember, your head is like that and your shoulder, okay? You're gonna put your finger on your chin and then you're gonna tuck it in, drive it back. You can fix your shoulder because now you know how to move your shoulder, so you already can do this. Fix your shoulder and then you tuck your chin in and then you count 3, 2, 1, release. And then you go back to the bad posture, do it again, fix your shoulder, tuck your chin in, hold. 3, 2, 1. What are we doing here? We are reprogramming, we are teaching your brain the right alignment. Remember, this is to fix your alignment, okay? The point is not doing the exercise. I can give you guys the best exercise to do at the gym, but if you don't know how to consciously align your body, doesn't matter which exercise you do because you're gonna mess up, okay? You're gonna mess up everything, even if it's the wrong workout for you because you don't know how to properly align your body. That's why you need to first learn how to align your body, release tension on some areas on your body, and then you work out. It's not only weights, you gotta do this first. So right here, so your brain is kind of learning how to keep your big head on place, okay? So like this, you need to teach your brain to do that, because when you're working, when you're doing anything on life, you're gonna start to fix your posture. So because now you know how to move your shoulder blades, to release some tension on this area here, that's created a lot of tension here. And then the next step is align your posture when you're doing anything on your life. You need to keep always your shoulder like slightly back and down. That's how you scoop your shoulder blades. And another thing, you guys don't know how to breathe. You guys do only a lot of chest breathing. And your deep core muscles here, this area over here, is not activated, it's very weak. And then you develop the head, shoulder, and the butt go kind of in. This area is not working. You start to bend your upper spine a little bit. Your chest is deep like that. Your belly is protruding. You ended up losing the curve on your lower back as well. Your butt disappeared. You see, one thing gives another, one problem gives another problem, and then when you see, you completely mess up. And the last thing that we're gonna teach you guys here today is how to learn how to properly breathe, okay? I want you guys to put one hand on your chest and another hand on your belly. Instead of to bring the air through your chest by doing that, as you probably are doing, is another thing that creates a lot of tension here on this area, because when you do chest breathing, these muscles is constantly working. These muscles down here don't work at all. So instead of bring the air here, I want you to bring the air through your belly, like this. Let me stand like. So you're gonna bring the air through your belly, letting your belly grow as much as you can, like this. Like you're getting pregnant, okay? And then you exhale. Train only belly breathing. And then exhale. Keep one hand on your chest, because when you learn, you most likely will bring the air through your chest. With your hand here, you can see the mistake that you're doing, and then teach your brain to bring the air through your belly. So belly breathing and exhale. Belly breathing, exhale. You're teaching your body, your brain, how to use your deep core muscles to breathe. So it's a lot for today. I think you guys got a lot to practice. These are only the first steps. It's a lot of things that you guys gotta do, you know. I can't give you guys more than that, because first you need to learn the basic things, and then you can go to the next step. By only doing this simple exercise that I showed you guys here today, you're gonna see a lot of improvement. And of course, after doing that for about like 2 to 4 weeks, depending how often you've been doing that, you gotta go to the next step. And then we have other exercise to do it, to continue improve. It's not like one exercise is gonna fix your whole thing. It's gonna end your pain for good by doing the best exercise. No, you need to learn how to properly align your posture. Doesn't matter if working out or not, because later on you can end up developing injuries on your body. That's why when we start working out, we don't just start working out right away without getting a posture evaluation. Because you see, you can have this posture, but you can develop other type of postures. For example, some people, they have this posture over here, like, you know, they increase the curve on the lower back. We call that sway back posture. When your pelvis is anterior rotated, is this. Like when your pelvis is all the way there, we have the posterior pelvic tilt, we have the anterior pelvic tilt when you increase the curve on your lower back, and then makes your belly go out. You create a lot of tension on this area here. You bring too much your shoulders back and your chest up. Right now you have other type of problems to address, because you're putting your shoulder too much back and you put too much pressure on your lower back. So this is another posture problem. And then the list continues. We got so many things that we need to evaluate, prior, select the right exercise specific to your posture. Because if you train without getting a proper evaluation, you might doing exercise that you couldn't do. You strain muscles that you cannot strengthen. You're not working out with a program tailored specific for your needs. You're just doing like random things. And then of course, you're gonna end up getting some shoulder impingement, some nerve impingement on your back, on your neck. You're gonna get like some disc herniation. You're gonna hurt your knees. I see people going to the gym every day. They got like a belt for their lower back. They got a knee brace. What else? Well, I think one day we're gonna see someone with a helmet at the gym, because they go to the gym, looks like they're going to the war. They got the elbow brace as well. Though people are messing up at the gym, instead of to improve their posture, their overall health, they just actually getting hurt. That's happened every single day. If you have any questions about any posture misalignments, anything, just let me know, and then can schedule a live or can record a video for you here. Other than that, thank you so much. God bless you, and I'll see you guys on the next live. Bye bye.